I missed a flight flying to a meeting. There were no other flights out, and I was going to miss it. And so my ticket was through Priceline. Not only my airline won't honor it. It's dead when I missed the flight. I misread what time it took off, got there late, blew it. And so I didn't have, this was earlier on, this was before I was married. I didn't have enough money to book another flight, and no other airline that was flying out would honor it. Well, I said, God, I need your help. But I believe that you are, and I believe you reward those that diligently seek you. I need a reward here. And so I walked over down the gate. I found another flight that was flying to where I was preaching. And I said to the lady, I was already past security at this point. I said, is this flight full? Oh, no, it's not even half full, she said. I said, well, I need a favor. I said, I missed my flight. I said, I need to get on there. She said, well, just give me your ticket. She said, I said, no, it's not booked with your airline. I said, it's booked with another flight that I already missed. It's not valid. She said, well, we can't honor it. I said, well, listen, what difference? This is after 9/11 too, by the way. I said, what difference would it make if I just sat on there? I said, I won't make any noise. I said, I smell nice. No one's going to mind. When I said I smell nice, she laughed really hard. She, give me this here. She typed. I don't know what they do. They type on that thing forever. I think they're half faking most of the time. Kept typing. And then finally, she handed me a boarding pass and went, get on and don't tell anybody I let you on. I went on, and that flight landed half an hour before the one I missed. And so I could have tucked my tail between my legs, walked out, called the pastor and told him I missed my flight. I'm sorry. No, I need to get there. I made up my mind I'm going to get there, and I'm getting there. Let me tell you another thing, because I'm telling you this. You get people, well, you can't always win. Yes, you can. You can. There's been undefeated teams. You can always win. You can always win in life. Israel never lost a battle as long as they were walking upright before God. Can you say amen? And so one time, we were in Hawaii where we're getting ready to go. And we drove over to where we're all going to stay and set the house up. We had bought groceries and unloaded them. And then I was going to go back and pick everybody up at the airport that was flying in. They were flying in a couple hours. And so I went to go. And when I went, there was like road work. And so there was a line of traffic. I backed up. This is just one road out of the town. It's a little town. There's never any traffic. So I wait there in line. I wait 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, close to 15. Now at that point I'm thinking, at some point are you gonna flip the sign from slow to stop? I need to get moving. And so I come out of my car. I had Adalis go out of the car and real nicely ask, how much longer till you let us pass? They said you can leave at 5 p.m. It was like 11 in the morning. They said there was a mudslide and we have to clear the mudslide. And so these people are flying in on the mission trip and there's nobody to pick them up. And that's the only road that goes to the airport. So you talk about no way out. There's no way out. I drive to the Hana airport, which they call it an airport. It's a very generous term. It's like a shack, like a snack shack at a high school football game. I'm telling you, one time somebody's luggage got left behind and they shipped it up there. I went, there were no employees. I just walked through the building, grabbed their luggage and left. This is also after 9/11. Hawaiians just live differently. They don't really care about the rules too much. And so I go to that airport. Well, there's no planes there. It's not even in use anymore. And then I said to this guy, his name was, I think it was Hans. There's 3 Hanses here at this camp in German, Pennsylvania. But this Hans was from the Netherlands. He sounded like the Swedish chef. I mean, he was like a poorly cast character from a movie. He was like, well, I don't think there'll be any planes coming in now. Like, talk like that. And I said, listen, man, I need to get to the other side of the island. Well, I found out that he rode glider planes. And so I said, will you take me in a glider plane across to the airport? And then I can rent a car and at least I'll be there to meet him. And he said, no, I'll lose my license because one of the deals of me doing glider work is I can't give any passenger flights. I said, listen, man, I'll pay you. I'll pay you whatever you want. Just get me to the other side. He's like, I can't do it. I'll lose my whole business. Then his eyes brighten up. There's people that offer on the other side of the island flight lessons. I said, well, what would happen if I signed up for a flight lesson from here? Would they come pick me up? He said, yeah, they pick you up from here. I called up that company. I said, I want to take a flight lesson, man. I've had a burning desire to learn how to fly planes for about 30 minutes now, and I want you to come over. I said, we'll be right there. And so the guy flies over. I was waiting on the runway for him. And so when the plane finally came to us, I had no time. I waited for the plane to come to a stop. I'm on the runway. I open the door myself and hop in, put my headset on and buckle in. He goes, I can see this isn't your first flight. No, it's my first flight. I need to get moving, though. And so I wait till we take off. And while we're up in the air, and then when it's too late, I tell him I just need to get to the other side of the island. Thanks for the ride. And paid and everything. Got there before the first flight landed. I could tell you another one. Now, now those are two. Talk about impossible situations. Those were impossible. The only road landslided, and I got around it. Here's another thing. Another time in Hawaii, I was preaching. Something busted in my suitcase, like shaving cream, got all over my suit pants. And so they were the only suit I had for while I was there, and there's no place to buy another one. So I went to the dry cleaner, and I said to the woman, they had the dry cleaning equipment in the back. I said, I need these pants dry cleaned in an hour. She said, no, they have to be in by 9 o'clock, and then we have them in for you at 5 p.m. She said, so I can have them for you tomorrow. I said, I need them right now. And she said, well, that's impossible. No, it's not. The machine's right there. But, I don't want to argue it. So here's what I said. God will give you the words. I said, now listen, I'm a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I said, these are the only suit pants I have. I said, I don't know what you know about church, but church people get very upset if the minister doesn't have any pants on. And so I need you to clean these for me. She put her hands on her belly, threw her head back, and laughed. Said, give those to me. Walked back, pressed them herself, cleaned them, and handed them right back to me. I had them in 35 minutes and went off to my meeting. Let me tell you one more you'll like more. A video game, and I won't say which one, was coming out. You know how they do those midnight releases at Walmart? Well, I had been waiting for like 3 months for this sucker to come out. And so I go there at 12:01. And, sometimes the people that work at places are lazy. This lady was lazy. She had nothing to do. I'm the only one in the electronics section. And so I go up to her. I said, listen, you had a video game that came out, but it's not on the shelf. I said, I wanted somebody to go get it for me. It's not on the shelf. We don't have it. I said, yes, you do. It's in a box in your back storage room. It was shipped here a day or two ago at the least, and they're waiting for today for the release date. I just need somebody to go back there and cut it out of the box. You can give me something, and I'll cut it out. I don't care. I just want the game. No, won't have it for you tonight. The earliest we'll have it for you is 8 in the morning. I said, my wife's doing some grocery shopping. I'll go with her. I'll be back in 30 minutes, and you can tell me what progress you've made getting my game. I'm not leaving. I was letting the lady know I'm not leaving without my game, okay? I'm 29 years old. I'm not 4. I'm not 9. I don't have to ask my mom and dad. I want my video game, and I want to play it till the sun comes up in the morning. I come back after 20 minutes. I said, very nice. I said, any progress finding the game? Haven't looked yet. I'm telling you, we're not going to get it. I said, lady, you're going to get me that game. And she looked at me like nobody had ever talked to her like that before. I said, it's in a box in the back. I want you to go back right now and go find it. She said, that's very disrespectful. It's debatable. I wanted my game. Things had to be done. Things needed to be said. So she goes back, and I don't know where it is. Well, thank God when you're persistent, God will send you somebody that'll help you. And a guy came in. He was younger than me. And I could tell he looked like somebody who liked video. I said, you like video games? Oh, yeah. I said, you know that game that's coming out tonight? Yes. I said, well, if it's coming out at 12:01, then it has to be in your store. I said, your coworker there hasn't been very helpful. He said, I'll find it for you. Play a game for me, he said. So he goes, shuffles through it, and finds it, and hands it to me. And I walked by that lady that told me I'd never get it. I went, thank you very much. And waltzed out like the Monopoly guy. Wish I had a monocle, a top hat, and a cane to swing it out. No, those are... Now, listen. All of those stories, not all of them, 2 of them were serious. Because if people pay $2,000 to come on a mission trip and nobody's at the airport to pick them up, and nobody's going to come for another day, that's bad. You will not have anyone ever come back again the rest of your ministry. And so 2 of them were serious, 2 of them were trivial, the dry clean pants and the video game. But I'm telling you here, there's a principle that with God, you can make up your mind. Now, if you can do it with trivial things, you can do it with serious things. I told you about trivial things because if you can do that for dry clean pants or a video game, then when it comes to cancer, when it comes to a broken home, when it comes to money not coming in for you to finish Bible college, when it comes to scholarships and money not coming in so that you can go to Bible college, and everybody says you're going to have to make a plan B. I'm preaching to you tonight faith in a God that moves mountains so you can do what God's called you to do and be who He's called you to be. Shout amen tonight.